Today I'm going to show you how to make this fishbowl dice. It isn't very difficult, but it does take a long time and multiple cures. So let's go ahead and get started. This will be a pretty quick overview. If you've seen my other videos where I put things in dice, it's the same thing except for more. So I mix up my resin. I'm going to put a little bit in the bottom as a base, and then I'm going to use some 3D printed fish that I have. You can use whatever you want. It doesn't have to be fish. It can be whatever you want to put in there that you want a bunch of in random places. Each time I make a layer, I'm going to put it in the pressure pot to cure for 12 hours. Once I have a solid base, I will use some clear UV resin to insert my items. In this case, my tiny little fish. I have two different styles of fish that I'm going to put in this, but the first one I'm going to start with just the one. And then after I have it in there, I will pour another layer just over the top of it. Then I will use the UV resin again to add some more fish in random locations and orientations, just to make this die look really nice, and continue until it looks like it's full of fish. The really cool thing about these fish, this is with that resin that I tried from Resin, or however you say it, and it is really transparent and kind of hard to see them when you're done. So if you're gonna use something that you want to see a little bit better, you probably want to use a solid color, but it looks really cool with the translucent fish. So here we go. I created this die while making a bunch of other dice. Since it took so many cures each time I did a layer, I did other dice as well. A thing to note when you do multiple layers and cures like this of the single die or the same set of dice, obviously, or maybe not obviously, but you should use the same resin each time. Just saying. I tried different brands once and there was a noticeable line in between. Really, the only thing you should notice is the tiny little dots or flat spaces where you use the UV resin to put your item in, and you have to have it angled just right to see those, so it's not that big of a deal to me. While I get these put in there, let me just say thank you for watching, and also a super mega eeper brobdingnagian thank you to my supporters. Thank you so much for your donations, and your support is greatly appreciated. If you too would like to support this channel, please go to ko-fi.com/geekhappens and throw me a buck or two to get a red Mountain Dew, or maybe just subscribe to a tier and get access to some of my 3D models. I will also be adding to the Ko-fi shop these dice that I make, as well as this die, and hopefully any future items or dice that I make, so that it will make your donations that much more worthwhile. Since I was making this dice at the same time as other dice, I didn't exactly film every time that I did a layer, but I ended up doing, I believe, 4 layers, so 4 cures took at least 4 days, and there's at least 5 fish in there. But you could also just use this technique to essentially make some striped dice. You don't have to put things in them, you can just mix up resins of different colors each time that you cure it and have like a striped candy look. I don't know, however you want to do it. But once I got done curing all these layers, this is what it looks like. And this is also after sanding and polishing, and it looks really, really good. To me anyway. Really hard to see the fish in there, but to be fair, it was really hard to see them when I had them just sitting on my finger. So there you go. Just to make it match, I went ahead and used a similar color of blue for the numbers, but perhaps it would have looked better with a contrasting color. I don't know. You can do it however you want to. If you like this video, make sure to click the thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe so you can see future videos. Until then, go on and make some sweet dice of your own.